Hi, everybody, and welcome to Get Shit Done's Marketing Monday. My name is Cindy, and I help entrepreneurs, solopreneurs set up structures and foundations for their business to sustain them for the long haul. I work with Get Shit Done. I am an online business manager. I work one-on-one with clients, as well as run a group program for startup solopreneurs. So if you're joining me today, welcome. And if you're joining me on the replay, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. And I love it when people give me hearts and shares and comments. So please feel free to do that. So today I'm going to be talking about the discovery call. And this was a request that came out for me to talk about, because discovery calls is kind of where a startup solopreneur can actually get some business and get some new clients and get some income coming in. So discovery calls are really super important. The discovery call is exactly what it is. It's discovering if you and a potential client are a fit together, if you can work together, if you have a vibe, if you have a connection that makes sense for you to be able to work together on a client basis, or if it's just not a fit. And that's what you're discovering on this call. It's really just a conversation. There is no pressure. It is not meant to be salesy or any of that crap. It's literally just hopping on a call for 15 to 30 minutes, getting to know the person, and seeing if it's a potential fit for you to work together. So a way that I use to book these calls consistently is a social media strategy that I've shared several times. I have left a link in the description of this video if you need that social media strategy. It saves me hours of time playing on Facebook. I literally use it 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, and I've used it to consistently book 5 to 10 sales calls or discovery calls, depending on what I'm looking for, every single week, so long as you use it consistently. So you don't need to use it. You don't need to be on Facebook all day long. You don't need to be constantly glued to your phone or your desk. It's literally 30 minutes a day. So I use that social media strategy to book the discovery call, but then what do we do when we actually get the discovery call? So how do we get on that call? What tools do we need to use? So I'll walk you through my simple system on how I do this. So I've got the Acuity scheduling app, and this is 100% free. There are upgrades, but it's not necessary to use them. So what I do is I've embedded that scheduling app into my website. So if anybody wants to book a call with me, they can schedule a 30-minute Dish the Dirt call by going to managerofcreativegenius.com/schedule. And that, hi Teresa, good to see you, and you're welcome. So that's Acuity Scheduler has my availability, and I just go in there and update it every week so that I know I'm not double booking myself. And it can embed on any WordPress site. I believe it embeds on other sites too, but I only ever use WordPress. So. And the other thing that you can do is you can set up different types of calls. So I have a 30-minute call, I have a 15-minute call, I have an hour-long call, and I have a 2-hour call for existing clients. So those calls can all be on there. It's no extra charge for extra call types. And then you can actually create intake forms. So when somebody is scheduling a 30-minute Dish the Dirt call with me, I ask a few questions so that way I can come into that discovery call prepared. I've had a chance to take a look at their website, because that's one of the questions. I've had a chance to look at their Facebook profile if they have one. I've had a chance to discover what it is they're struggling with the most, so that I can come on to this discovery call with a plan in place, rather than just coming in blind, having no idea what I'm going to talk about. One of the questions on my intake form is, what is your biggest challenge right now? So that tells me right straight away what they're struggling with in their business, so that I can come to that call with a solution, with some tips and tricks, maybe some ideas on how I can help them break through that struggle. The next thing I use is Zoom. Now, Zoom is an awesome video conferencing app that I have. It's free. There are upgrades for it, but in order to use it for discovery calls, it's 100% free. And what it does is it just gives you an URL that you go to. You just click on that, it opens your screen, you can screen share, you can record, you can do all sorts of fun stuff on it. It's super user-friendly, which I'm all about, keeping it simple. So what I do is when somebody books a call with me, I get a notification from Acuity saying that somebody has booked this call with me. It shows me all of the answers to the intake form, and it gives me their email address. So I go to Zoom, I schedule a call, and that gives me a unique URL for Zoom. Then I go to my Google Calendar. I create an event in my Google Calendar, send an invite to that person via email. Boom, you're done. Bob's your uncle. I just wanted to say that. So now that you've booked the call and you've got everybody organized, you've got your Zoom link, you've got it in your calendar, you know exactly what's happening, now what? So the next thing you need to do is get on the call. And I like to plan ahead a little bit. I usually take about 5 or 10 minutes before I get on a call just to get grounded, to really understand who I'm helping, and just to calm myself down, because it is a bit nerve-wracking sometimes when you're getting on a call with a complete stranger from the other side of the world. You know, sometimes it's good to take a good couple of deep breaths, get a glass of water so that you're ready. Once you get on the call, the first thing you're going to do is connect with that person. Ask questions. This is networking. That's all it is. So if you were to meet a person at a live event, this is the same thing. So you're going to ask questions. You're going to listen. You're going to listen to their language, and you're going to repeat some of that language back. This is networking 101. I shouldn't have to explain too much, but just make sure that you're asking a lot of questions and that you're really being present and answering in their language. Really feel into what's going on with this potential client. You want to understand what it is they're really struggling with, because they may say that they need one thing, but what they really need is something else. And so you really need to listen to the nuances of and check on their body language. I like to always check on body language. This is why I use Zoom, because it's video. It's always better to do a discovery call through video, because then you can actually see the person. You can connect with eye contact. It's not quite the same as in real life, but it's definitely better than just a phone call. The next thing I like to do is, once I've really felt into what's going on, for the first 10 to 15 minutes, I just let them talk and figure out what it is that's really going on with them. And then I like to offer up some value. Showcase what it is that I'm good at and that I can really truly help them. So I'll offer up a tip or trick. I'll give them one of my freebies that I think might help. I might give them a strategy that they can use. I might set them off on a task that would help move their business forward. I might help them set up some little system that would help them organize or automate something in their business. So whatever it is, I'll offer up some sort of value that's based on the conversation that we had. And then I ask them if they would be interested in learning how I work with my clients. This is not salesy, it's not pushy. They can say no, and I'm going to say no problem, thank you, have a wonderful day. It's not meant to be pushy. I just offer. If they are interested in hearing how I work with clients, they say yes or no. If it's a yes, then I go into my different services. So I always have my one-on-one private client service. I share my group program, and I have a candy store of technology services that I like to offer up as well, if they're just looking for one certain thing. It all depends on how the call goes, and it's really something that you have to play by ear. I'm just looking at your comment here. Do you recommend for someone doing this for the first time? Do you suggest just doing the 30-minute call only at first before you add other calls? Yes, because if you don't have any clients, there's no point in having a 1-hour client call. You can add that in at the end. So what I would do is just set up that 30-minute discovery call, and absolutely, if it's your first time, do it, because the only way you're ever going to get clients is to get people on the phone. So yes, absolutely do it. I wouldn't do more than 30 minutes for a discovery call, because after a while it's too much. You don't need you don't need more than 30 minutes to learn if somebody's a fit for your business. I hope that answers your question. Let me know if you need more clarity on that. Okay, so you've offered to share how you work with your clients, and then at the end you just say, is it something that seems like a fit? That's it. And if they say no, no problem. If they say yes, great, enroll them. You've got a client. So that's basically the discovery call in a nutshell. I hope that's helpful. If you need any further clarification, just leave me a comment in the comments, and I'll make sure that I get back to them. The next thing I have is some really exciting news. I mentioned last week that I am doing a workshop on December 27th. However, I've changed the name because it was negative. So we're changing it and flipping it. It's the same workshop, we're just retitling it. So it is called Chaos to Clarity: 3 Hacks to Create Ease, Flow, and Stability for Solopreneurs. And you can sign up for that. I have left the link for that workshop in the description, but it is at managerofcreativegenius.com/chaos to clarity. So you can sign up for that free interactive workshop there. I'm going to be sharing some of my strategies on how to remain calm amongst all the chaos, how to not get stressed out and want to pull out your hair all the time, how to deal with technology difficulties, all that good stuff, because we like to stay calm, stable, and working with ease. There's no point in pushing something that doesn't work. So join me in the workshop, and thank you for joining me today. I will see you on Thursday for Tactical Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Same place, same time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.